All right, now we're gonna do one of my favorite things that I do with all my coaching clients, all my athletes that I train, and one of the things Jesse and I have been doing for a long time is a pairing. And pairings are something that we created a long time ago in order to move the needle faster. A single pose helps a person feel more supple, but when you do it in conjunction with the opposite, it's reciprocal movement, it really moves the needle in a really amazing way. And in this case, our objective is to improve the back line, how it feels, to open the spine up, improve the energy, the blood flow of the spine and the rest of the body so that it improves these two movements, a forward fold and an overhead squat. And so for those of you at home, there's gonna be verbal cues that those of you that just coach maybe people online, or you're working on your own here, listen to the verbal cues. Those are very important. But there's also things that Jesse can do that if you're working with someone, you can give a little feedback here and there as well that really helps as well.
So we're gonna start off with the overhead squat position. And before we get started, what we like to do is to progress the load. So we're using like a belt right here that have no load. Then we're gonna go to 15 pounds and we're gonna go to 25 pounds. I mean, you can go as heavy as you want to on this, but I think that progression is gonna show you more range of motion in the long run.
Yeah.
So we'll take the arms overhead. You can keep it wide to start off with. If you wanna start bringing the arms in closer as they go, great. But keeping them wide will ensure that they have that range of motion they need in the shoulders. And then we're gonna go ahead and go into our squat at the depth that this person can go into the squat without having arms coming forward and they go into the squat. So he's literally pulling his arms back, keeping his chest and butt out, keeping the weight 50-50 on the feet.
Now, one of the things that we really want to stress, Jesse hit all the main baseline points, but how do you really know how wide to have the hands? So if I have my hands too narrow, I can't get to that locked out position. And the locked out position is something we stress all the time. If I go so wide that my arms go right back to here, my arms are locked. If you can see my shoulder blades, they'll lock into position here. That's really important, but you don't want it so wide that it's barely skimming over the top of your head and your arms are way back like that. Because once you add weight, you don't want that.
You don't want that.
So we always want to cue it, arms at 12 o'clock. So when Jessie said, when I get started here, and she said, pull those arms till they're vertical, keep them vertical as we drop into it. So when I started going here, and let's say getting tight, those arms come forward, you got to keep those arms at 12 o'clock. That's the number one thing here.
Exactly. So we'll repeat that squat one more time so you see. Arms pulled up at 12 o'clock. He got a good distance between the hands. He goes into a squat, chest and butt out, weight 50-50 on the bottom of the feet. Excellent. So he can hold this position. I like holding this position longer than I like holding the forward fold because I really do want to activate the back side of the body as much as I possibly can. So you might hold this for about 20 to 30 seconds, and then you would stand up and come on out of that position. And then we'd go right into the forward fold position. Toes pointed straight ahead. He can have his hands on his knees, especially if there's back issues already. But if they're not, and he feels pretty good, he can go ahead and go all the way down to the bottom position. In here, what you're doing actively is contracting the front side of the body, so contracting the core to allow for more space here. We just contracted it in the overhead, and now we're starting to open it back up in this forward fold.
So one of the cues I always like to use is exhale, sink into the pose. Inhale, hold the range. So when I'm here and I'm starting out, and Jesse nailed it, engage the front line. So what I'm thinking is flex the thighs, squeeze the abs, tuck the chin as I exhale. So I'm gonna go. When I breathe in, I maintain. As I exhale.
Exactly, and holding it there with those thighs contracted. Reciprocal inhibition, that means these are open. That means this can lift more. The legs can be a little bit straighter.
Good.
All right.
And as you're doing that, you're even flexing your arms because you're trying to pull into that position. But the big point I like to reference here is don't over-challenge yourself. Challenge, but don't overwhelm the position, especially on your first round. keep it in third gear on a fifth gear car, okay? Keep it in third gear on that one, all right?
So now we'll go to our 15-pound bar. We'll go to our overhead squat.
Do you want me sideways or forward?
Yeah, it's up to you, right?
Okay, I'll go in the middle.
Arms at 12 o'clock. Armpits closed.
So this is an important point if you want to explain this.
So we want the armpits not to be flared out like this. This is armpits open, armpits closed. This forces the backside of the body to work more.
Yeah, because if you open those armpits, those shoulders might roll forward.
Totally roll forward, and the
want
bar
that.
starts coming down. This is a strength exercise, right? Strength
So when
and
you
range of motion.
close those armpits, you'll feel that upper back light up.
Light
and
up.
that's what you want.
Chest and butt is out already. He's gonna go into his squat. And he's just gonna hold the position. Again, holding this position a little bit longer than you hold your forward fold. The backside of the body can take that. Whether you're strong enough is another question, but if you can hold it here for a good 20 to 30 seconds, do that. He's got his arms still at 12. He's got his armpits closed. Chest and butt is out. He's got his heels down. Weight is 50-50. He looks really good, solid. Now he's gonna go into his forward fold.
Ooh.
Now you will notice that his forward fold will have improved, okay?
I
He'll
felt
feel
that in the rear delts, all my upper back muscles like crazy, which is what you want.
Yeah. So now he goes back into his forward fold. You will notice this too when you go into your
Oh my
forward
God,
fold,
yeah.
that your range of motion will improve because you've contracted and now it's ready to open up. Beautiful. Keep the contraction of the thighs. This is super important to keep the back of the leg nice and safe. So keep this contracted, pulling those kneecaps up. This will open up the hamstring, help you lift that tailbone. See that lift he has? It's not scooped down like this, it's lifted up. Really nice and long through the spine. Good, and he has one more round left, so that's perfect. That felt pretty good? Yeah.
Yeah, take a couple breaths in between these for sure.
Definitely not a rush. Now he goes to his heaviest weight. He's using 25 pounds. Yep. Knuckles to the ceiling here. Doesn't have to be perfect, but keep them to the ceiling if you can. Armpits closed. This will be a little bit more challenging. That's it. Keep those armpits closed. Chest and butt is out. Weight is 50-50. He's got his knees tracking towards his first and second toe. Beautiful. He's really focusing on keeping his armpits closed. You can see that. I can see it at least, where he's really focusing on keeping that, which means his backside is completely engaged. Nice work, nice work, nice work. Chest and butt out. Knees tracking. Armpits closed. Good work. Excellent. Thumbs up. Brings it on down. He goes into his forward fold. This should be his best forward fold. It should feel pretty good. Excellent. Beautiful. Legs nice and straight. You can see the lift even more here now. Ah, that's beautiful. Good. He still has that contraction of the quads. Beautiful. That's excellent. Really nice forward fold. Really good. All right. On point.
Okay, so the result, greater range, feel more supple, lightness through each of the movements, and that we move the needle in a positive direction on both of those so that I feel less aches and pains. I feel a lot lighter, and I just feel like I'm ready to go.
Excellent.